T.I. is reportedly losing his cool after Boosie Badazz leaked new footage involving King Harris, and the internet is going wild. Fans are reacting to the explosive clips, and T.I.'s response has everybody talking. So let's break down exactly what Boosie shared, how T.I. reacted, and the drama surrounding King Harris that has social media buzzing. King Harris, born Clifford Joseph Harris III, is the son of rapper T.I. and Xscape singer Tamika Tiny Harris. King is the oldest of T.I. and Tiny's 3 biological children together. The Grand Hustle boss is also the father of 2 older sons and a daughter from previous relationships. Meanwhile, Tiny has an older daughter from a past relationship as well. Altogether, the couple has a blended family of 7 kids. Their family life has been in the spotlight for years. Fans watch their lifestyle, homes, and day-to-day drama on their reality series T.I. and Tiny, The Family Hustle, and later T.I. and Tiny, Friends and Family Hustle. Because of that, King Harris has been in the public eye since childhood. Growing up on reality television meant every stage of his life was watched, discussed, and analyzed by millions of viewers. In 2020, Harris began pursuing music under the stage name Kid Sayin, experimenting with trap sounds and melodic hip-hop through his early singles Bout It and Bad Intentions. He followed that up with the EP A Thin Line Between a King and a Plier in 2021, clearly trying to carve out his own lane in the music industry separate from his father's massive legacy. After gaining recognition through the family's television success, King also popped up in other media appearances. He joined the improv comedy show Wild 'N Out and later made a guest appearance on a 2021 episode of the competition series Wash Wars. In 2023, he even appeared on Dish Nation as himself. But here's where things start getting interesting. Over the past year, King Harris has been hit with a wave of rumors online. Several clips and allegations have circulated across social media, suggesting he may have been involved in a same-sex relationship. These videos spread quickly across TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube, sparking non-stop debate about his personal life. As often happens on the internet, clips get reposted, edited, and shared millions of times until speculation starts looking like fact. And before long, the conversation pulled both T.I. and Boosie Badazz into the middle of it. Now let's be clear about something. Recently, King Harris was also dealing with rumors claiming his father had kicked him out of the house and that he was not the father of his newborn son. That's the level of speculation surrounding this young man right now. The 20-year-old has found himself at the center of multiple rumors, and the internet rarely separates confirmed information from speculation. Once something trends, people treat it like it's already proven. The viral clips, the commentary online, and voices like Boosie weighing in have all combined to create a massive storm. And when you add Boosie Badazz to the situation, things get even louder. Boosie has a long history of speaking very openly about LGBTQ topics. Whether it was his controversial comments about Dwyane Wade and Gabrielle Union's daughter Zaya, statements about introducing his young relatives to sex workers, or public clashes with Lil Nas X, Boosie has built a reputation for saying exactly what he thinks. So whenever Boosie's name gets attached to a story involving someone's sexuality, it immediately grabs attention. Not necessarily because the claims are proven, but because people know Boosie isn't shy about sharing his opinions. King Harris, however, has been pushing back against the rumors. During a recent livestream, King addressed the gossip directly while sitting beside his partner Janija Nana, Epps, and their baby son. King made it clear he wasn't staying quiet. According to King, everything the world say about me is a lie. He didn't hold back. During the livestream, he held his son and told viewers that the rumors spreading online simply were not true. At one point, King and his girlfriend even talked about how much their baby resembles members of his family, especially his mother and grandmother. Many people saw that as a direct response to the paternity rumors and the other speculation circulating online. King was basically telling the internet, "Look at my family, look at my child, everything you're saying about me is false." Meanwhile, T.I. also appeared in a video holding his grandson. The baby has several nicknames including Lil Jack Jack, but T.I. affectionately calls him the world's greatest gangster. So publicly at least, T.I. appears to be standing firmly behind both his son and his grandson, regardless of whatever rumors are floating around online. Now, to understand why Boosie Badazz being connected to this story matters so much, you have to look at the complicated history between T.I. and Boosie. Their relationship has gone through several stages over the years: friendship, collaboration, tension, reconciliation, and then beef again. Both rappers rose to fame in the early 2000s. T.I. from Atlanta and Boosie from Baton Rouge were major voices in Southern hip-hop and operated in similar spaces within the industry. At one point, the two even had enough mutual respect to consider recording a joint album together. They were actually in the studio working on music and planning a project fans were excited about, but things eventually fell apart. Boosie later accused T.I. of snitching on his late cousin Toot. The accusation came after a story T.I. shared on a 2020 episode of his podcast, Expeditiously. In that story, T.I. talked about a gun charge he faced years earlier and claimed his lawyer suggested that he could place responsibility on his cousin Toot, who had passed away during the trial. According to T.I., his cousin had told him he could put the charges on him so T.I. could walk free. When Boosie heard that explanation, he wasn't convinced. During an appearance on Vlad TV, Boosie openly criticized T.I. and labeled him a rat. When Vlad asked about the joint album they had been working on together, Boosie made it clear the project was finished. He said plainly that he wasn't interested in releasing music with someone he believed had cooperated with authorities. That statement instantly reignited tension between the two rappers. T.I. fired back publicly, and the situation quickly escalated into a full-blown back and forth online. Boosie continued calling him a snitch on Instagram, referencing T.I.'s past legal issues, including federal gun charges. T.I., however, made it clear he wasn't backing down and said he would defend his name and his family. From there, the beef kept building. And now, with Boosie's name tied to the rumors surrounding King Harris, the tension between these two hip-hop figures is once again heating up and the internet is watching every move. In March 2022, T.I. dropped a diss track called FS Boosie, calling out Boosie Badazz for disrespecting him and his family. Boosie fired back with his own track, accusing T.I. of being fake and not living up to his own principles. The back and forth didn't stop there. By May 2022, the feud escalated. Boosie released another diss, T.I. is a snitch, claiming T.I. had cooperated with authorities in a previous legal case. T.I. responded on social media, denying the allegations and calling Boosie a liar. But despite all the public drama, the two eventually found a way to patch things up. On Sunday, April 9th, a photo of T.I. and Boosie together surfaced online, signaling that the feud might be over. T.I. told TMZ, "First of all, it ain't no beef. We're grown men. Our sons still are very close. Someone misspoke, and I believe that's been resolved offline. It ain't no beef." Boosie confirmed he had apologized to T.I. in a phone call, explaining, "After we kept going back and forth, I realized the things he was doing for me. I felt bad. He was really helping me in a lot of ways." Now, here's where the T.I.-Boosie dynamic intersects with King Harris. Their sons, King Harris and Tootie Raw, Boosie's son, are close friends. They make music together and hang out. But in September 2024, a video surfaced that brought both families back into the headlines. In the clip, the young rappers are shooting a music video with real guns as props, and both fathers confront them. Boosie asks, "Why y'all always got to have guns?" King pushes back, saying it isn't illegal. T.I. steps in, "What is it about the gun, son? In the way you're portraying this lifestyle, this don't look legitimate." Boosie adds he can't support that image either. Then T.I. delivers a message that hit many parents hard. "This seat ain't free. Life comes at a cost. Why don't y'all make some real love music? Y'all got girls out here, why not talk about being in love?" Both dads were clearly speaking from experience. T.I. served time in 2009 for gun-related charges and spent years advocating against guns, drugs, and violence. Boosie also had legal troubles with firearms. King Harris later addressed the clip, saying, "I'm for entertainment purposes only. The guns were just for the music videos, not a reflection of who I am." But the internet didn't stop there. In October 2024, King was arrested in Dunwoody, Georgia, after nearly colliding with a patrol car while driving a BMW. Police found marijuana and a firearm on him. The arrest stemmed from an August 2022 incident involving speeding, driving on a suspended license, and DUI. This wasn't his first headline-making moment. In November 2023, King argued with T.I. Froost during a live-streamed family event at an Atlanta Falcons game, claiming he was raised by his grandmother and not in luxury, a claim his parents disputed. Back in September 2022, he also had a verbal altercation at a Waffle House, which went viral online. So you have a young man clashing publicly with his parents, getting arrested, waving guns in videos, and arguing in public, all while viral rumors about his personal life swirl online. Meanwhile, Boosie has stayed active in hip-hop drama. He weighed in on the beef between 50 Cent and Lil Meech, commenting publicly on family dynamics, demonstrating why his involvement in the King Harris story carries weight. 50 Cent has been feuding with Lil Meech and even dragged T.I. and Tiny Harris into the drama. T.I. and Boosie have their own history. 50 Cent and T.I. have ongoing beef. Boosie is commenting on 50 Cent's feud. And now, Boosie's name is linked to King Harris. It's all connected, a web of southern hip-hop drama. Everyone is either beefing, commenting, or getting pulled into someone else's feud. King Harris, as T.I.'s son, is inevitably caught in the middle. Boosie's involvement matters because of who he is: outspoken, controversial, and historically connected to T.I.1. And the fact that his son Tootie Raw is close with King Harris adds yet another layer. T.I. said it himself, "Our sons are intertwined. They hang out, make music, and get into trouble together. So any tension between the fathers inevitably affects the sons." And let's not forget T.I.'s history of being protective over his kids, sometimes in ways that spark controversy. Boosie has criticized T.I.'s parenting in the past, calling him too controlling, another early source of friction. So what's the status now? King Harris has addressed the rumors multiple times. T.I. has clarified his stance. And while the internet continues to speculate, the facts show a complex mix of family, fame, and hip-hop drama, all colliding in real time. King Harris recently shut down the rumors during a live stream with his partner, Janja Nana Epps, and their baby son. He didn't just deny the gossip, he called it out. "Everything the world says about me is a lie," King said, expressing disbelief that people would actually believe internet rumors. He even pointed out that he couldn't sue the rumor spreaders because they had nothing worth pursuing. The livestream was clearly a direct rebuttal, a young father showing the world his family and saying, "This is real. This is my truth." During the stream, King and Janja highlighted how much their son resembles his grandmother and great-grandmother. "They all got the same face," Epps joked. "Just different hairstyles." T.I. has also been fully involved, embracing his role as a grandfather. In a heartwarming video, T.I. had cradled his grandson, nicknamed Lil Jack, Jack calling him the world's greatest gangster. His actions show he isn't distancing himself from King or the baby, he's standing firmly behind his family. T.I. has always been protective of his children. When Charleston White spoke ill of King, T.I. went off publicly. "I'll spare no expense on anyone talking about mine. I got family willing to risk their lives for me and mine. Don't play with my child ever, Nick." That same protective instinct was on display in 2024 when T.I. and Boosie co-parented through the gun video situation. Both fathers stood side by side, telling their sons to stop promoting violence in their music. Fans praised them for putting differences aside and being responsible parents. T.I. also addressed King's music persona on the Me and Halo YouTube series. "He's really just the personality he's assumed for himself. It's a persona. He's not out here selling dope or committing crimes." So, where does that leave us? The internet has spun rumors, clips have gone viral, and celebrities have been dragged into the conversation. But the facts are clear. King Harris has denied the rumors and stood with his partner and child. T.I. has embraced his grandson and defended his son against critics. Boosie Badazz, as always, remains a controversial figure whose involvement, whether real or perceived, adds drama because of his history with T.I. and connections through their children. This story isn't just about viral clips or gossip, it's about growing up in the spotlight, under the weight of a famous name, and navigating family, fame, and hip-hop culture. T.I. shows the duality of a father protective, but also corrective. Boosie keeps stirring the pot, and King Harris, at just 20, is learning firsthand how to exist as a public figure in a world where nothing stays private. The conversation isn't over, but the facts are, King Harris has denied the claims, remained close with his family, and continues to push forward with his music career, while T.I. and Boosie's complicated relationship endures. This is the reality of living in a world where every clip can go viral, every rumor can trend, and every move is scrutinized. King Harris is living that reality, and how he handles it from here will determine the next chapter of his story.